Someone is alone. They regret doing you dirty. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone is alone. They regret doing you dirty. Now, family, when it comes to a person feeling alone, it's because they know exactly what they did and their intentions behind doing what they did, right? See, although it may seem as if they are going out, having fun, on boats, yachts, hanging out with new people, meeting new people, the reality is something that they cannot escape, okay? What is the reality? The reality is what they've done to an innocent person. What they've done to an individual who had nothing against them, no agenda, didn't want anything back in return, nothing but reciprocated love and energy. That's it. And so whenever they go home at night, they think, even if they don't call you, even if they don't text you, they thinking and possibly even having conversations about you to somebody else. And see, what they're trying to do is justify their actions. They're trying to justify what they did. This is where accusations may come about. This is where the delusional thinking starts. And this is where people begin to accept the fact that they have done you wrong, but that's only a part of the process. See, after they go through the acceptance, now they gotta roll with it. I gotta follow through with it. So whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, right? Whether that's hanging out with people who I know I'm not supposed to be hanging out with, whether that is cheating, dating, whether that is doing things that I know I ain't got no business doing. I'm gonna follow through with it because I gotta make myself feel right. I gotta make this logical to why I am doing this to a good person. Make sense of what I'm saying, family? So understand something. It is a long journey. Now, after they follow through with it, the next stage is feeling guilty. Feeling guilty. They feel worse than what they did before they did it. I'm going to say that once again, y'all. They feel worse than what they did before they did it. And that's the crazy thing. I'm just being honest. That's the crazy thing. However, y'all, that very person, they got to go through their own journey. That very place, they got to go through their own journey, okay? They got to experience life for their own perception. Because understand something, y'all. People will never see it how you see it exactly. They got to have their own mindset to understand why you do certain things and why you don't. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Now, as y'all can see, family, we are out here in the neighborhood. I decided to take another route. I'm walking around, you know, just trying to get some fresh air out here by the road. You know, I'm sending love and prosperity to everybody. Excuse the cars, y'all, as they begin to ride by, because I know it's gonna make that little sound, but y'all know the message is still the message, okay? But the facts remain, y'all. They are alone. They understand that what they did was not called for. They understand that what they did not make no sense. And they're trying to make sense of something that makes no sense. I'm just being honest, y'all. But with that being said, family, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. All right? Number one, y'all, first thing is first, you were there first, okay? You were there first. Now, the reason why a person would feel guilty, feel bad, regret, or whatever the case is because you were the first person who exposed them to what they were missing. You were the first person to expose them to what they needed to do for themselves. You were the first person who revealed what life looks like on the sunny side, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I exposed you. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I exposed you. See, what you did, y'all, was woke them up to their true reality, to their true selves. And see, people take that for granted because the average person is not trying to wake you up. They want to keep you asleep. They want to keep you blind, deaf. They want to keep you in a place of stagnation, right? Because guess what? That means that you're going to always be underneath me. But when you are a chosen one, you are the type of person who loves to innovate. You love to build. You love to assist. You love to help out. You love to expose people to the real version of themselves. And oftentimes, y'all, it comes back to bite us in the butt. I'm just being honest, y'all. If I'm speaking directly right now to the chosen ones, y'all drop in the comments and say chosen. If I'm speaking directly to the chosen ones, y'all be sure to drop in the comments and say chosen. Now, family, this right here is going to be a hard pill to swallow on both ends because you feel used and they feel as if they lost a good person. Now, here's the thing. They don't feel that way in the beginning. They feel a relief. They feel as if I have gotten strong enough. I've built up my confidence. I've built up my courage, right? I've built up my mentality to where now I think I want to test the waters a little bit, right? I think I want to test the waters a little bit. And so what happens is, y'all, everything that you fed them, they take it and use it for evil. Everything you fed them, they take it and use it for bad. And that's where they go wrong at. Ultimately, their goal is to be happy, but they end up being alone because they are searching for feelings that you have gave them. They are searching for experiences that you provided. They are searching for things that you bought them. And they're never gonna find it in another person because it resides in you. Somebody drop in the comments and say, everybody ain't got this. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, everybody ain't got this. I'm just being honest, y'all. Number two, they are confused. They are confused, y'all. When you feel alone, because the reality is none of us are alone, especially if you believe in the Most High, right? But when you feel alone, you begin to feel a state of confusion. Like, why am I in this place by myself? Why do I feel like I'm lonely? Why do I feel like I have wasted my life, wasted my time? Why do I feel like I made a bad decision? This is what's going through in their mind. This is why they regret doing you dirty. This is why they feel alone. Because they are confused. They're trying to think if the decision they made was a good decision. Should I have left my man? Should I have left my woman? Should I have left that job? Or should I have stuck it out until things got better, until things improved? Do they have potential? Are they worth it? Was they there for me? These are questions that selfish people don't ask, right? Let me say that once again, y'all. These are questions that selfish people don't ask. They don't care about how you feel. It's all about how I feel. Yeah, y'all. They don't care about how you feel. It's all about how I feel, right? So for instance, you can give them chance after chance after chance after chance. But if you're dealing with a selfish person, you know what's going to happen? The moment they feel like they want to walk away, step away, remove themselves, ghost you, whatever the case is, they're going to do that. They're going to do that. Why? Because that's how selfish people are. Selfish people are toxic. Selfish people only care about self. Selfish people don't care about what anybody else feels because it's about what I need. It's about what I want. It's about where I want to go. And then you think back and say, well, I gave you chance after chance, reasoned with you, tried to hear you out, gave you an opportunity to express yourself, but you ghost me? Got you. I love you too. We're going to move forward. And that's how you begin to heal and improve yourself, right? This chapter of your life is called heal. This chapter in your life is called heal. And just because the chapter is closed, it doesn't mean that this is the ending of your life. Trust and believe, family. They are confused because they know what they had was good, but they began to take it for granted because they stood next to it for so long. Years at a time, right? Weeks at a time, days after days. And they start realizing or feeling like, he regular, she regular. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I ain't regular. See, they got confused. They thought that you were able to be found everywhere. You can't find this everywhere, right? You can get you a Toyota, Honda everywhere, which is a great car, by the way. However, y'all, you can't get that Mercedes everywhere. You can't find that BMW everywhere. You can't find them foreigns everywhere. You gotta find them in specific places. That's the same thing with you, y'all. They think you come a dime a dozen and you don't. But this is something that they are confused about. Because guess what, y'all? They never had something like you. They never had anything like you. Number 3, y'all. They are disappointed in themselves, okay? They are disappointed in themselves. When a person is disappointed, it means that they know and they are acknowledging that they messed up. They are acknowledging that they messed up. However, y'all, they feel as if I make a decision, I gotta ride with it. I gotta roll with it. And I can't let nobody feel like I missed them. I can't let nobody feel as if I need them. But guess what, y'all? When they are alone in their rooms, their beds, couches, sofas, they are thinking and thinking to themselves very deeply. That's why they got to overload themselves with work. That's why they got to indulge into lust. That's why they have to involve themselves in every activity. That's why they have to numb themselves, with doing drugs or partying, going out, overly dating. It's because they are really disappointed in themselves, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I know you disappointed. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I know you disappointed. This is the reality, y'all. You ever seen a person who played, in a football game or a basketball game? I use myself. When I played in football, y'all, they had threw me in the back, right, for kickoff return. And for some reason, at that game, they kept kicking the ball directly to me. Like, we had other guys who can catch and run the ball, but they kept kicking it to me. Now, that first run, I was going, I was running, I was moving, right? I was going, I was running, I was moving. However, that second time they kicked it to me, dropped it. Third time they kicked it to me, dropped it. Fourth time, dropped it. They said, all right, man, we got to get them out. So once they took me out, I was just really disappointed in myself because I knew I was better than that. I knew I had been practicing. I knew I had been doing this at practice, but I was disappointed in myself. But around everybody else, I ain't show it. I knew I was disappointed, but I didn't show it to everybody else. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? They're not going to show you their disappointment. The reason why is because I got to be cool about this, right? And pride comes before a fall. And we all know that. These are prideful people and people who just set themselves up on themselves, right? They are so set on themselves because what you fed them gave them the courage. That's why I always tell people, you have to be careful who you feed, because you just may be feeding them enough to bite and eat you. I'm gonna say that once again, y'all. Be careful who you feed, because you just may be feeding them enough to bite and eat you. I'm just saying, family. Somebody drop in the comments and say, be careful who you feed. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, be careful who you feed. Now, you can be feeding them, knowledge. You can be feeding them wisdom. You can be feeding them compliments. You can be feeding them information. Just anything, y'all, that's going to lift up their confidence, right? These are important factors to understand. But sticking to the point, they're going to be disappointed within themselves because they know that they should have made a better decision. But they can't let you know that, all right? So don't feel like you are the worst person of all. Don't feel like you've been played. No, they played themselves. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. You played yourself. Number 4, y'all. They are suffering silent battles, okay? They are suffering silent battles. Those silent battles are those mental warfares that they are having within themselves. Those silent battles are those emotional warfares that they are having within themselves. They are suffering. You ever seen a person who just overly posts on social media? They overly post, like they're posting, hey, going to the doctor. Hey, going out to eat. Hey, going out to the fair. Hey, I just ate bacon today. I mean, they just start posting everything. And the reason why, y'all, is because they are seeking attention. They are seeking attention, okay? And see, it's a cry for help, y'all. It is a cry for help. So once again, although you don't get the text, although you don't get the message, the call, listen, y'all, they are crying out for help, right? And a lot of times people have to self-medicate. Self-medicate can be indulging into lusting. Self-medication can be indulging into drugs. You don't got nothing to do with that. You just got to let it go. Somebody drop that down below in the comments and say, let it go. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop that down below in the comments, family, and say, let it go, all right? But they are suffering silent battles, and they are trying to self-medicate right now. Number 5, y'all, it's going to be this right here, family. You will share happiness elsewhere. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you will share happiness elsewhere. Now, this is what they understand, and this is what they know. You will share happiness elsewhere. And so, you got to think about it. Reminisce on the memories y'all shared, right? Reminisce all the times they gave you compliments, told you how great of a person you were, how much love, they had for you. All these different things, y'all. And think about the fact how they just ghosted you, left you, maneuvered from you just because they couldn't get what they want. You don't think that they're going to remember those times whenever they try to go over to that green grass, right, and realize that it is worse? You ain't going to think about that? Understand something, y'all. They know that you're going to share happiness elsewhere. They know how dope of a person you are. They know how great of a person you are. They know how much of a privilege it was to be around you. They understand that. But why do they act like it's not? It's because they don't want to give you the credit you deserve. They want to make it seem like I stepped up, I moved up. But in actuality, it was the other way around, family. It was the other way around. You're going to share happiness elsewhere. You're going to have a better career, a better job, right? Better relationship, a better marriage. People who actually value you. Environments that actually value you. When you are around people for so long, they stop valuing you. They feel like, this right here, I can go find it over there. Matter of fact, you need to realize how much you got a good person in me. You need to realize that I'm the prize, that I'm good for you. And this is condescending thinking. This is a person being told this by somebody else. This is a person who's been watching other things. This is a person who's been brainwashed, right? And so you think that it's coming out of nowhere. This been going on. You just didn't have your eyes open. And that's cool. Most times, y'all, when you're focused on your goals, when you're focused on your God-given purpose, you're not worried about what other people got going on. You're focused on you. But in the meantime, they are also focused on you, and they are paying attention, and they're becoming jealous and envious of how much attention that you are gaining and attracting. And it's becoming a huge problem for them, right? So going right back to it, y'all, you will share happiness elsewhere. And that is something that they have to process, right? That's something that they have to realize. It don't just go away. People don't realize that it is a whole nother dynamic when you're talking about dealing with certain people, okay? And how people have to move on. Like, it's an entire different dynamic. It's one thing when you say, hey, I want to move on, and the other person is still stuck right there. But what happens when the other person say, okay, I'm moving on too? It's another dynamic, and everybody is not ready for that, which means they're not ready for you to share happiness elsewhere, all right? But with that being said, family, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all check out any one of those books. Yes, sir, t-shirts, okay? Y'all make sure y'all enroll into a social influence course. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.